Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf. Let's go. Smooth. The 16's coming. Check right. What we got?
On first down, Townsend completes it to Dixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second and 2. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
6-6, pull it high. Bravo. Watch the ship. Hard. Watch the ship. Check 52. Gone. Go.
Off play action. Townsend. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. 5. Check 55.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Ed Oliver coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
55, mark, 55. Tackle. Line 55. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Townsend. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Here's
Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, motion, check. Shift. Mike 5. Go. Mike 5. I'm scared.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Watch twist.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bang.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Jackson is going to let this one go deep. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the Bills first down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
High 7.
Back to throw. Townsend. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Townsend. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Mike 16.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Townsend. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. These two teams all tied after one. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Watch the road. Watch the road. 55.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 16, Mark 16. Come in, Alpha. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Looking to throw. Townsend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
He's not going to get me. Ready.
Back to throw. Townsend. Dixon, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
8B, General West. Hey, lock it. Hey, Wahoo. Go.
Off the play fake. Townsend. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards that time and a Buffalo first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
60 or.
A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Here we go. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check out 3. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Second and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 6. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Buffalo.
So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Off play action. Townsend. Over the middle, complete. That's Dixon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the Jets' 28-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You got it. You got it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
16's coming. Check Mike. Yeah. Hey!
To throw on second down. Townsend looking for the ends. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Watch a slap, watch a slap. You draw Porter. Hey, box truck, box truck.
Throwing on first down. Townsend. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Townsend. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Hey, team 6, team 6. 16. Let's go, baby. They turnover. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, check Mike 16. Check Mike 16. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Bravo. Wrong football. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike. Don't get nervous. Ready.
From the gun, Townsend. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's Jackson to throw, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Number 17, incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
I'm coming after you. Over. Go, 55, Mike 55. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. No, man.
There's Jackson on third and long. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the pass. Hey, check right. Watch 55. Too little, cut. That's it.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And an alley to run. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Townsend. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, Haywood! Hey, check back 16, check back 16. Watch the curl, watch the curl. Go team, spill. 10, under 10, 10. 5.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Townsend, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Good.
Operating from the gun. Townsend. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Sutton. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Here we go. Good team on it. Good team on it. Let's put him on. Go. Let's put that team on it.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's Jones, fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check. Watch 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Hey. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
From the gun, Townsend. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Back now here on EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
I'm going back. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. We own them. We own them. Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Throwing is Jackson. Slide. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Snags it for the pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Hey, check Mike 16. Check Mike 16. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Ready?
On first and 10, Townsend completes it to Dixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
61.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a second and 7. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
3 con, 132 fighter. Yes. Hey, echo.
On third and 2, Townsend throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And the Bills' first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first down, it's Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Second and 9 now. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Army.
Fire.
They'll go with the keeper. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
6 guys. Check. Go. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jones. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
That's trash. That's SOS.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to float this one. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Jackson now. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tighten up.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Jackson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen! 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 Oh, shot! Check 55 to Mike! Check 55 to Mike!
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
Don't let him breathe! Don't let him breathe! Play that tight!
Go!
And Jackson throwing once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Bandit! Mike, 55! Right there in the middle, 55! You can't block me! You can't block me! You can't block me! Shot! Mike, 55!
Check Mike, check Mike.
Mike, 55! Mike, 55!
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Jackson will throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Mike, 55. Check 55.
Again, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Off play action. Townsend. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. To throw is Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Mike 55, Mike. Go.
To throw again, Townsend. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they work this out past the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Ready?
Check 55 for Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. X3, 218, chop it. Smooth.
Mike 55. Check 55.
Go out.
Get the ball. Alert flare.
Now.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.